Compound's open. Selena, what's up? Hey, Mateo. I'm not a what? I'm not a paramedic who studied in the U.S. I am a foreigner walking and just saying, UTB. Yeah. Well, welcome to the compound. Everyone's here. We'll wait around, make sure everyone shows up. Lots happening in this world. And yet, Americans don't care. It's the best feeling. Not only do we not care, but we don't even have to care. We don't even pretend like we have to care. I need an oil change. I think I might get an oil change later today, huh? What you think? Howard, what's up, brother? Semper Fi, devil. How you doing, man? Happy Friday, boys. Israel's bombing Iran. The United States Marine Corps is in downtown Los Angeles, which is awesome. I heard they're going to be stationed there for 6 months, or the National Guard. Trump is officially taking over California for me, and I couldn't be happier, boys. Couldn't be happier. Everyone's happy that happened. Everyone. It's a failed city. It's a failed city. Raw, what's up, David? How you doing, brother? Semper Fi, man. Hey, this Saturday, boys, everyone's got to tune in to the military parade, dude. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's Father's Day, so we're going to be celebrating with my bro and my father for a little bit. But we got to go back to my brother's house and watch the parade, dude. It's going to be sick. This Saturday, boys, tune in. Tune in. We got OGL's great military parade on his birthday. Trump's lovely. Tell me that doesn't piss off everybody, dude. Oh, the guy knows how to troll, man. I'm on the road driving. Be watching. Oh, nice, man. Hey, where you going? Nice, Howard. Hell yeah. On the road again. Here I am. Up on stage. Here I go. Playing star again. We got to drive by the lovely ladies of the night. So, fellas, this is going to be a good one. It's Friday morning. There should be there. All these bitches better be out there right now. We'll go see. Up on stage, there I go, playing star again. Oh wait, let's turn the page. On the road again. Kansas City. Oh shoot, man. I have Missouri, right? Oh, that's a good convoy out there. I've been to good old Kansas City once, right out of all the Marine Corps, all the military police go train out in Missouri, Fort Leonard Wood, right by Kansas City. All the army dudes and all the Marine Corps dudes. I think any military police, they all go to the same spot. Here I am, up on stage. Dude, that's sick, man. Kansas City was pretty dope when I remember it. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Yeah. Show you a little glimpse of some good old boy neighborhoods out here. Up on stage, there I go. You guys can follow the old bus train. There we go, that's a little better. Let's see where I'm going. See? Man, that's a nice gentleman picking up his mail in a pink shirt, looking good. We got an egg store. Whoever thought that would be there, you know? Eggs are, oh wait, fresh to go, another egg. So people sell eggs out of their house if you're worried about overpriced food, which was caused by the first administration, I would buy a chicken and sell the eggs. You can make a little profit. You can undercut the big corporations, baby. I'm done. Hey, blue, please. Blue. I'm from Nepal. All right. Support, please. Hey. From Nepal, huh? What's going on, brother? Well, welcome to California, you know? Semper Fi, Devil Dog, Semper Fi. I'm from California. Welcome. Well, looks like an older gentleman. Where am I at? What is this? Oh, not here. Can't go here. Up on stage. Hey, what's up, Ransom? How you doing, brother? Semper Fi, man. Thank God it's Friday. That's thank freaking Allah Akbar that it's Friday, dude. Thank sweet baby Jesus and his golden diaper. Thank big old fat Buddha. Thank them all, man, because yeah, I remember someone was trying to bring up a 4-day work week. You can go. Here I am. People think the company you work for has to oblige by the government's ruling. Oh, this house abandoned? Is that an abandoned house? What? That's like a $500,000 abandoned. That's weird. I've never seen that. Probably a mold or something, you know. Where are you from? I am from the good old state of California, brother. I'm from the United States. And what we like to talk about in the United States, brother, is guns. Lots of guns. What state are you from? The United States, brother. Dude, there's a video clip of that guy, actor, doing it. It's really funny, dude. It's the guy from, damn it. He's a really good actor. It was like a comedy skit. And like the founding fathers were talking about, you know, what the next rule should be in the founding documents of our country. And the guy just goes, guns. And the guy writing everything down goes, dude, you gotta, what about them? You know, you gotta be more elaborate. That's not that. He goes, lots of guns. Sir, where are you from? And he goes, or, you know, what state are you from? And he looks at the guy and goes, I'm from the United States, or a United one. Dude, that clip's so funny, dude. The United one. Someone's got to know what I'm talking about. Hello from Humboldt. Hey, what's going on? What's up, Lopez? How you doing, brother? Brother from another mother. Hello from what? Oh, Humboldt? Where's that? I don't even know where that is. Here's California, boys. I'll show you California. Welcome to the Rock. Just tending my babies. Oh, all right. Checking in. Uncle Andy, what's up, brother, man? Check, mic check. Semper Fi, brother. What's going on? We're on our way to the VA hospital right now. Got to go do a little check-in. Got to pick up some prescriptions. Yeah, subscriptions, prescriptions. The happy, sleepy, funny pills, and then we'll see how that goes, huh? So it'll be about a big 40-minute drive. We'll see the highways. We'll see some ladies of the night. You know, the huge. Nothing too much though. All the craziness is happening in Los Angeles, and you guys seen that all day, right? It's not that impressive. It's a bunch of 400+ pound 40-year-old single mothers yelling. Haven't seen dick in years. They haven't been dicked down in centuries, you know. As someone, you know, when you see someone that's really grumpy, you know, what you tell them. I don't know if this is a California thing, but if you see someone really grumpy and they start giving you shit, you always act like, dude, you need to get laid, brother. Like, when's the last time you got some? I think there might be we say that all the time out here. I think you need to get laid. Chicks, guys, don't matter. It's California, baby. Where the air is clean and the sex is dirtier now, which is the complete opposite when I was growing up. The air was dirty. Oh my God. Potholes, dude. Jesus Christ, that was a huge pothole. I didn't even see that thing. In Scotland, we say they need a good fucking. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. What's up, David? And yeah, I can see that the way the Scottish talk, you know. That looks like they need a good fucking. Stay away from Seroquel. Ooh. I don't even know what that is. I'll let you guys know the medication I'm on. I'll tell you. Parade tomorrow, yeah, baby. I can't wait, man. I hope there's like the M1 Abrams, I hope they show the very new like tank styles, you know. They'll for sure do like the old, you know. They'll probably start in the like 18. I mean, they'll go all the way back for sure, you know, red coats and blue coats. The Union, you know, we'll have the American Army and then the Union Army. And the Revolutionary War, the Union or the American Army, and then Civil War was the Union, and then you know they'll piece them all together, and then they'll show the Iraq, Afghanistan boys. Woo! That's me, baby. Yeah, I'm excited, and it's funny too, because in my, you know, when you think of like, I don't know if Vietnam or any other war. Like in Vietnam, I think they all wore one uniform. You know, there was no you know, for like when I was in Iraq, we had one uniform. Like the guys we replaced and we cycled out, they were still wearing our regular everyday camo uniforms, you know. Then when I got there, they gave us upgraded uniforms. It was just a onesie, you know, like a baby onesie, a flight suit, you know, like Top Gun. But they made that just for us because it was more fire retardant. and it was just a lot more comfortable and easy to move. And then when we got replaced, they called them frog suits. It looked like our uniform again, but it was like Under Armour tight, for the chest, but the sleeves still had the camos on. So it was kind of weird. It was different. And then I think that got replaced with something else. So the parade, it would be funny if they kind of showed all the uniforms that we wore. I mean, this was in every 6 months they would change our uniform for us. It was pretty crazy. I doubt it, but it'll just be the desert camis. I like my onesie, man. The onesies were dope. You can free ball, we would free ball, just wear a shirt, like a green shirt like this, and wear the onesie. Dude, I'd be shooting bad guys like with no chonies on, man. It was like, you ever play a Call of Duty and you teabag the guy after you kill him? Dude, you gotta rock no underwear when you do that in wartime, dude. Hey, well, teenagers out there in war, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Dude, I heard a couple of the Iranian Republican Guard. They always do the Republican, civil guard, the most loyal to the regime. I heard some of those guys got whacked. What's up, brother Ben? What's up, man? Semper Fi, dude. Semper Fi. Was it Friday today? That guy might be a bum. Whole fleet of Ospreys and Chinooks just flew over. Ooh, son. Ooh, son. It's gonna get ugly, baby. Ooh, that's a nice Corvette. That's kind of like an old school one. I want her to... You moving to Oklahoma? No, not yet, man. A bunch of world leaders flying into Alberta today for G7. I'll post pics on Discord. Please do, Jackson. Please do. What's up, Teresa? What? Thurisher? That's a weird name. What's up, Hapsim? What's up, Devil Dog? How you doing, brother? Semper Fi, I think that was your name, if I can. Hobson? Hobson, right? Hobson, right? I got it, right? Pretty close. Here's a beautiful church, right there. Oh, a nice, beautiful church, huh? Nice, beautiful church. Catholic church. It's going to be interesting, boys. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Bullseye. Brother Ben, y'all. Brother Ben. Pin message. Thank you. Oklahoma, not yet, brother. I'll move to Oklahoma when California turns red. My job here. Ooh, a duck, go. Not yet, man. Not yet. Enjoying the time with my parents, and my family, and seeing my brother a lot more and his family. Enjoying, man. What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Bobo! What's up, brother? Super fine, man. How's the good old Denmark doing out there? How's the European continent doing? Holding good? Holding strong for us? Let's see. What is this? Another abandoned building of some sort. Another tweaker on a bike. I gotta love California. Yeah, we got a big military parade Saturday, man. I'm really excited to see it. I can't remember the last time I ever seen a military parade unless you go on like a base or something. But we usually don't. I don't think we've really ever done a military. Has the United States ever done a military parade like in Washington, D.C. before. I don't think our military would ever do it because, our military, I mean, I guess they could have, I don't know. Just not a lot of presidents, get along with our military establishment, Maybe under Bush, like after 9/11, but I can't remember. Not under Obama or nothing like that. Is that? No, that looks... Nope. But it's gonna be cool, man. I hope they show I don't know, the F-47 comes out. They roll one out just like on the back of a semi truck, or our new heavy tank, the M1 Abrams. But it's like I forget the X version. Everyone likes putting an X in things now, but it's supposed to be real slick looking. I think a little lighter, but a lot faster. I know. I don't know. And, good marching. They'll probably have, the first, in the Civil War. When they had, the first African American, fighting unit. They should have some of that. The Red Tails, which would be cool. The Japanese fighting unit that helped kick Japan's ass in World War II. Those guys from California, dude. They're still probably here, dude. The Windtalkers. They should have represent the Windtalkers out of I think that was Korea, the Korean War. I think World War II and the Korean War were the Redskins. They would, communicate with each other in their native language, which is Native American. And how are you going to decipher that? You don't even have to speak in, you don't have to have a cipher or nothing. You just have these guys talk over the radio. No one understands Native American. It's genius. No, it's genius. That'd be cool. Big old units like the 101st or 82nd Airborne walking around. Some old veterans from the Battle of if they're still alive, dude, like World War II vets. Holy moly. That'd be sweet. Some the firefighters from 9/11, I think, can be a big support, to flow some of those guys out to Washington, D.C., have them walk around, show some love for the troops. What's up, Nathan? Sweden, hey, Windtalkers, hell yeah. Oh yeah, the Windtalkers are dope, dude. Hi from Sweden, hey, Alexandria. How you doing, man? I'm from California. Check this out, man. This is California. Look at the big old semis, baby. God country football. Woo! Sorry, boys, I get excited. Get excited for this parade, man. God country football. Hey, there's a bum there. What's up, bum? Even bums are rich. Is Iran gonna nuke? Nah. I love Sweden, man. The Swedes? Or am I thinking of Switzerland? I get them mixed up. Sweden. You guys have the blue and yellow flag, right? With the cross, but it's kind of crooked. Sweden, right? Sweden. Am I thinking Switzerland? No, Sweden. No, Sweden. I think I'm in love with your guys' soccer team, your female soccer team. Those chicks out there are fine, y'all. Right? Am I thinking of it right? Sweden, yeah, out by Finland, right? The Swedes. Am I right? Am I hitting that? What's up, Ethan? Super fine, man. Show us the girly girls. They're actually not out today, man. I wonder, dude. I this is the second or third. This is strange because the ladies of the night out here, they there's a lot of heat in California, a lot of heat. There are a lot of different eyes in California. There's a little, I don't know, and I don't know. It seems, I didn't see one this morning. Usually they're out all day. And the last time I was on Wednesday, we didn't see any either. We saw that one girl. Alexandra, I'm a woman. Welcome. Yeah, same. Hey, well, damn. Nice to meet you. Yeah, Sweden. Yeah. It's up by. Sweden is yellow and blue. Yes, yeah, yellow. Yeah, I watch. So I have a thing for the Swedish Olympic soccer team. I remember I was watching the female soccer, USA soccer team once, and I turned it on, and I caught the Swedish girls soccer team in the Olympics a couple years ago, and they just all look good. I'm a big fan of Sweden. You guys know how to do it up there. Your girls as ladies look good. Even though you're a girl, no problem. Yeah, it's yellow and blue, right? Yeah. They got me into female soccer. What can I say? Alex Morgan and Hope Solo look bomb. Dude, do you love Israel? Do I love Israel? I love my parents. I love my nephews. I love my brother. I love America. I love the United States. I love our military. No, I don't love Israel. I don't even know where Israel's on a map. I do, but you guys get my drift. Hey, what's up, Chin? How you doing, brother? Do I love Israel? I don't even know what an Israel is. How can I love something if it's not really real? It's like a state on a map. That's like saying, do you love the moon? It's like, I don't know. There we go with feelings. People like talking about feelings. It's really gay. Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of stuff's happening in California. The federal government basically took over California. How do you take over a country or state? You sack the capital, and that's what our federal government did. Hey, what's up? Hey, Jason Smith, what's up, brother? Semper Fi, man. I love lamp. Yeah. Yeah, Ethan, yeah, it's I love lamp. It's like, are you just looking at things and telling you love them? I love Israel, It's like, what? Yeah, do you love Israel? That's so weird, man. That's a CNN, mainstream media, like, talking point. It's like, do you love this country then? Like, dude, I barely love myself. Like, I have problems loving myself, and you think I have this extra amount of bag of love jizz I can just hand out all willy-nilly? Like, what are you talking about? You're cute. Oh, thank you, Chin. I appreciate it. I try to. I got good genes, and I got good habits where I work out all the time, and I don't eat a bunch, so I stay relatively thin, but I appreciate it. I brush my teeth a lot. I floss. I have a good parents, good brother that showed me the way. So I appreciate your kindness. Hey, everyone needs a good ego boost, right? That was a good ego boost. Thank you, Chin. Oh, shite. Does this go straight? Sorry, guys. There's construction stuff. I just gotta keep my eyes on the road for a bit. Let me turn in here. Hold on. Let me get my thoughts together. I gotta figure out where I'm going. I think I live, laugh, toast your bath. I have lived in New York 1 year. Hugs. Hey, all right. Alexandria, nice. How'd you like New York? Do you have tattoos? I got a bunch. 1775, brother. The Marine Corps stayed alive. I got a bunch of tattoos. Why pick a fight with a country that has never lost a war? It's pretty true. I agree with that. You prefer Palestine or Israel? Are you telling Palestine? You want me to do I prefer a cheeseburger or a hot dog? Are you? That's what you're really asking me, right? Do I prefer excuse me, sir, do you prefer a glass of wine or a beer. It's like, oh, well, today I feel like a beer. You're asking me to, what do you prefer? Like it's a meat, medium rare or just rare? Which one do you want, sir? Palestine is there's basically nothing left of Palestine. So, and then in order to be Palestinian, that's not a real thing, being Palestinian, you just got to be Muslim, right? What's what's the binding cause to be in Palestine? And the only cause is you got to be Muslim. So that's like a Zionist state, is it not? Just Israel, I can't really, I can go to Israel. They're pretty chill. They allow me to do my own thing, but in Palestine I can't. And there's I know you're going to say the same thing, that there's no such thing as Israel, there's stolen land. Yeah, we got it. But Israel's still a real country, and they literally bombed Palestine into nothing. There's nothing left. There's literally nothing left of Palestine. So there's going to be a big old, I guarantee you, in Gaza and Palestine, there will be a military base there. 100%. Us Americans, we need a military base in that Mediterranean Sea. And Gaza and Palestine are perfect. Perfect. Right? Because we have Israel to help us out with whatever problems we need defending our shipping lanes and stuff, right? We have air bases in Iraq. We have air bases in Afghanistan. We just need our ships to be able to get onto land. And there's a problem because it's, we don't have any really good allies until we erase Palestine off the map, and then we're good, In Greenland, it's the same argument with Iceland or Greenland. We like our boats, man, and our boats need places to dock, and that place looks good. You build a big dock, couple nice hotels. Israel will control it, but of course, the big daddies will come around and probably build a Navy base there, a port of some sort, for sure. We don't do all that work bombing Palestine just to not take it over. That's not like human nature, And you got our president who's a construction person or a realtor too, so business will be booming. And it looks beautiful out there, man. It'll be a vacation spot for Americans like us. It'll be great. What's up, Chin? It's awful seeing people die. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible, but it's don't get soft. It's awful. It is. I'm the first one to admit it. It's never good, but it is what it is. People make dumb mistakes, and people step out of bounds, and there will always be in a man's world, there will always be another man bigger and stronger than you. Whether you realize it or not, if you step out of line, someone will come and put you back in there. Don't fly too high to the sun, man. You get burnt. And Iran's figuring that out. I mean, they always figured, oh my God, this guy's pants. They got a bum. This guy's pants were all the way down. Drug addict. Greenland is in Swedish. Greenland. Bobo knows that part of the world, man. Yeah, Greenland's full of Denmarkians, man. I know this because we want to take Greenland over from Denmark. And I don't see why Denmark has to. The government, the dudes in Denmark, they had this property for a long time. They don't want to give it up. We get it. But Sweden, no, I don't think so. We wouldn't allow Sweden to do anything with Denmark or with Greenland. We only like dealing with Denmark, and we don't want to deal with two people. We deal with one person. Come on, dude. We Cancer? All right. Palestine was erased back in 500 AD. That too. That too, Jason. Yeah, I mean, beachfront property for the Marines there. Yeah, man. We should build a couple. It'll be a couple off-base housing out there in Palestine, dude. That'd be sweet. That'd be one of the best places to go. It would be East Coast, West Coast, overseas, or Middle East. Oh, that would be sick. So if you guys don't know, after boot camp, you can kind of have an option on what part of the world you want to partake in, right? So there's East Coast Marines, West Coast Marines, overseas Marines, and that's it. You get almost three options, and that's it. And if you want to go overseas, but the Marine Corps needs you on the West Coast, you go West Coast. That's it. They try to keep you relatively close to your family. But there's going to be a third option where it's going to be over or Middle East. We go to Japan. We go all over the world for overseas. That would be sick, dude. A nice beachfront property. And people are working today, man. People are working today. Everyone's grinding. Everyone's grinding. LA, no one cares. No one cares about that LA crap. Big Daddy government's here in California, boys. Big Daddy Vlad is here. We can talk about happy things, dude. Oh, yeah, we can. For sure. For sure. Like our big, beautiful military parade happening Saturday. I'm really excited for this, dude. I'm going to be sitting back, having a nice cold cerveza, probably with my brother and my dad, and we're gonna be couching it probably, or maybe watching it at a bar. Ooh. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll probably be watching it on a TV at a bar, rooting up for the Patriots, dude. That'd be sick, man. I can't wait. I'm very excited for that. Very excited. Our military needs a lot of love, man. It's tough. It's a tough job. Tough job. Hugs and kisses. All right. Alexandria, hugs and kisses. Giving everyone out hugs and kisses. I love it. There you go. Greenland isn't Swedish. It is definitely not. I know that. It's honestly, it's either going to be owned by Denmark and the Vikings out there, or it's going to be an American thing. Like, let's be crystal clear. It's probably, close. It's closer to America than anywhere else. Definitely Sweden. Unless you want, the Swedish soccer team to play there, then I'm okay with that. I'll go out. I'll say it's Swedish if the Swedish soccer team's out there. Big fan of the female soccer team. Big fan. Maybe it's it's a bunch of Viking chicks with blue eyes and blonde hair and wearing in shape chicks. They look good. Look good. Hello there, Howard. Hey, what's up, Howard? Yeah, we'll see how it all goes, man. We'll see how it all goes. Yeah, we'll see what happens to Iran. I already heard a lot of their heads of state are dead. I heard it's already, the war is already over. And plus, Iran can never project power outside of its own borders. They can pay radical terrorist groups, but they can never really project power outside their own borders. No one can. Russia can only project 100 miles into Ukraine. That's not world power. That's not a superpower. That's a JV football team. China can't do it. No one can really do it besides the United States, which is great. Hey, Cannon, what's up, man? What's up, brother? Simplify, man. How's the 03 live treating you, man? Can't wait for Saturday, brother. We're gonna be watching our great leader and his birthday in the military parade. It'll be great. What's up, Devil Dog? What's up, brother? Yeah, man, it'll be cool. I can't wait. I really am excited for the military parade, man. That's one thing Trump does good. He puts on a good show. I remember he did like 4th of July at Mount Rushmore on his first term. He does really cool things where it gets you, kind of motivated, a little patriotic. That's okay. Feel a little patriotism. Defending what's right and what's yours. That's America, baby. America's about defending what you love and what's yours. He's always wanted to see an American air show. Oh yeah, I've always wanted. Oh, you do, dude. Bobo, yeah, man. They're pretty cool, dude. Me and my dad go to them out here in California. So there's like 2 bases out here I used to be stationed at, and one of them was the Marine Corps. So the Marine Corps has its own Air Force, right? So some of my time in the service, I would be stationed at this Marine Corps base, which is our Air Force. It's here in San Diego. It's where so all those fighter pilots who saw those UFOs off the coast of California, that they were at an Miramar, which is a Marine Marine Corps Air Wing. It's where all our planes are. So like David Frazier, that guy, I think there were a lot of those guys were in San Diego, in the base I'm at. But it puts on a good air show every year, and it's awesome, dude. There's a free one out here in California. It's just right off the beach. These guys, they announce it. The military says we're gonna have fighter planes jetting over the water. So come out and enjoy. And people will take boats out there and sit out there, and these planes haul, bro. It's amazing, man. Like I saw the F-22 Raptor and F-35, and we sell the F-22 to other countries, so it's still a badass plane. But the F-35 is all ours. We don't share that one. And then we have the F-47, but I didn't see the F-47. The stealth bombers, the warthogs, it's an amazing show, man. It's an awesome show. Greetings from Croatia. Hey, Croatia. Greetings from California, brother. Simplify. An A-10 saved our asses one day. Really? Dude, A-10s are sick, man. I know they've been trying to get rid of them forever, too. They've been pushing to get rid of those things for quite some time. Even Trump was trying to get rid of them. Yeah, they're a hell of a machine, man. Yeah, the air shows are pretty cool, man. The sonic booms, I got it all on film, man. I'll try to repost those. They're really good. But man, even when you're looking at it from a video, they not being there, it doesn't do it justice. The video doesn't do it justice. Being there, watching these things haul ass, it's pretty gnarly. Denmark bought some F-35s. Oh, maybe we sell the F-35s and not the F-22s. Maybe it's one or the other, or maybe we started selling both. I'm not sure. That new to me, but good. F-35s are a hell of a fucking plane, man. Maybe we don't sell the F-22s. Or maybe we started selling both because now we have the F-47. I thought it was the F-35s, but if Denmark has them, that means we're really close with you guys, man. You guys might be like Israel, because we don't willy-nilly sell. I mean, I'm sure UK has but they got their own planes too. I mean, I know Israel has some of ours. Probably Korea and Japan. Denmark, maybe like Finland or like Poland. I don't know. I gotta do more research on that. That's interesting. Maybe that, but I think the other countries have the F-22 too. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I might be wrong. We sell them both, man? Oh, we do. Interesting. I'm totally wrong. I am 100. I didn't know that. I thought we kept one of them. Huh. Norway. Norway. Yeah, good old Norway. Yeah. I get to see a lot of cool military craft where I live. I've seen things that no one will believe until it's unclassified. Oh, I'm sure, dude. And that's the best part. Like Ethan, that's what I said about being in the military, or even like seeing like aliens. Like, it's very hard to explain to someone that you saw something and you don't know how to describe it, because it's new. It's like, oh shit, I've never seen. Like, imagine trying to describe our B-52 bomber, that's big old boomerang bomber, or I don't think that's a B-50, one of those oh yeah, it's a big plane that's shaped like a boomerang. It's like, what? Oh yeah, there's no engines I can see, and it's all black. It's like, what? That's a UFO, man. No, it's a plane. That's how I felt like. And a lot of things in the military, you just, you don't know how to explain. You've never seen it before. You have no idea until you get like older. Then you're like, oh, like the Ospreys. I remember seeing the Ospreys a long time ago on base, but the only way I can describe it, back in the day, it was in the movie Transformers, the very first one with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. An Osprey was in that movie, and I was like, oh, that's it right there. It's a dual propelled helicopter plane. It's hard to explain what an Osprey is until you can see it. Oh, that's it right there. And then everyone's, oh yeah, I can see how it works, the lift and rotation, and you know how it be. Denmark doesn't lie and tell, for sure. I think Bobo, don't get me wrong, or what is that saying? I think this is the deal, like most countries have with the U.S. You guys provide the intel, and we'll back you. This way, like Denmark will provide intelligence because they're boots on the ground with, that's probably Russia. Let's be clear what they're probably telling us stuff about, or what's going on in Europe, whatever. Here's the thing, we're not European, man. Like I have to talk to Bobo because he will tell me how Europeans think. you Americans don't understand. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't, man. Like, you guys do the boots on the ground, the heavy intel, the heavy lifting. You guys provided with this. This way, you don't have to. You can, if you're running a government or country, you have to get the focus of that country to do one thing. You can't be a master to two people. So if you're like Denmark, you can't. You can't build this big effing military, right? It's got to be precise. It's got to be strong in one areas, weak in others, and you have to know that. So if Denmark says, dude, we don't have that many people, we can't fight these major land battles, we got to go sharp, we got to go professional, but we have to be able to have something for the Americans to drag their asses in, So we'll have a small military, but very sharp. We'll provide the Americans with all the intel they need, and this way we have an agreement. Hey, man, we can defend our own country, but we need help outside of our borders, and that's where Americans come in. Hey, you tell us all the goods, man. Like, Americans love to do shit like that. Like, yeah, we'll defend you. You guys are cool with us? Yeah. Like, now will we, like, send troops to the border of Denmark? And, I don't think so. But Ukraine, we'll kind of do one of those things. But there's, I can't provide any intel from anywhere in Europe. No way. I have no idea why you guys do the things you do. I don't know why you guys drive on the left side of the road or the right side of the car as a steering wheel. You guys don't believe, there's things I don't understand. I just don't understand why, and that's where the mutual understanding comes in. Because if I go to Denmark and say, oh, no, like, Bobo's going to look at me like, dude, you don't understand Europeans, man. They're going to turn on you. You Americans, we get that a lot. You Americans don't understand. It's like, nah, man, we don't. We have no idea. We use like feet and yards and shit, We use freedom units, brother, And I remember talking to one guy, Chris, from Germany. I hope he still tunes in. He was a good dude. I remember him saying he didn't understand why Americans are so obsessed with the Second Amendment or the boomsticks. And I explained it to him very easy, man. He had a wife and kids in Germany. I think he did. And I said, if you have a wife and kids and someone wanted to, like, just three dudes, it doesn't have to be something crazy. 3 dudes wanted to hurt your wife and kids. Like, how would you stop them? How would you do it? You can't fight 3 dudes. You can't. You'll lose. 1 versus 3. Every dude knows that. Even the best fighters in the world will lose. It's impossible. So how do you defend your family? How do you defend your family from the Third Reich? It's the same question. You can't if you don't have any boomsticks. You gotta have the boomsticks, man. You can't. You call 911. What happens if they defunded the police? What happens if the police are all dealing with rioters in Los Angeles, right? And you call 911. Sometimes they're just not there. Someone will answer it. The operators will be there, but there's only a select few cops on patrol at a time. There's only 5 dudes to control a city of 1 million people. It's very. So how do you defend? You can't. If the roaming gangs will just take away your family. No one wants that. What's going on? The SoCal show live. Hey, what's up, Second Glance? How you doing, brother? The SoCal. Welcome to SoCal, man. We're cruising along the streets next to the big old semis, baby. If you guys do this, give the semis tell them to honk their horn. They'll honk their horn for you. Oh, wait, I'll show you. If you do this, like that, they'll honk their horn if you didn't know. because this is where their horn is. They don't have a horn on their steering wheel, so if you do this, they'll pull it down and go brr, brr, like a tugboat. It's pretty sick. When you're a kid, you do it to them all the time. And that's what's cool about being an American, man. Truck drivers are cool with it, you know. You drive by them when you're little, and like my nephews, I'll do it to them Saturday. We'll drive by we'll tell a truck driver to honk. Or they might pretend. They might pretend like they're grabbing something but push the horn. Sometimes that happens. Stand for nothing, Charles B. What's up, brother? Denmark is a small country, but we have got the biggest heart in Europe. I believe that. If you befriend a Dane, you'll have loyal friend forever. I believe that. I believe that. I believe Denmark. The two countries I'm really intrigued with, and is that I Europe, Denmark, Poland, and Finland. Denmark, Poland, and Finland. I think you guys, those three countries, I think you guys are more Americanized than your typical Joe. I think you guys understand why Americans are Americans. Because if you talk to someone in Poland, they're very aware of the consequences they have if they don't defend their own country. It's happened to Poland before, and that's how Americans think. I think Denmark, same thing, dude. You guys are right next to Germany, like twice. Like that goes back hundreds of years. Germany and whatever, they've been fucking with Denmark forever, dude. Like when World War II started, or dude, it's like, oh fuck, you know. I can see that, man. And Finland has Russia. I think when threat of death is at your doorstep, you can have a normal conversation with someone. But people in France, you know, they're so far away from the world. You know, that's what happens with people in America. There's no threat of death anywhere. There's no everything's cushioned. It's a nice fluffy padded room. A lot of Americans live. You know, if you ask some Americans, hey, where does your cheeseburgers come from? They'll say, oh, it comes from the store right there. No. Like, where does the meat come from? Like, they won't put two and two together. They won't even consider it comes from a farm or like a cow. They'll just say, oh, well, it gets delivered. Oh, I don't know. It goes probably from a warehouse, you know. I swear, people don't know where food comes from. Where am I? Good old stomping grounds. This is right. I used to work as a custody officer out here, taking fools to jail. Where's that jail? Oh, West. Yeah, I'll take you guys to a jail. Poland is the Texas of Europe. Poland is cool. Yeah. Poland's the Texas of Europe, man. Howling, LA riots. What? Oh, how long? What's up, dude? What's going on? The SoCal show live. Yeah. No Japanese. Howling enough is the. How long is the LA riots gonna last? As long as they want, brother. You know, it's some good training down there. A lot of the cops getting a lot of good training. We got the Marines getting a lot of good training, and the National Guard getting good training down there. So, graduation parking, what? I think the National Guard or the Marine Corps is going to stay there for 6 months. I think the federal government took over California. It's over, man. It's over. And that's what we wanted, man. Everyone in California wanted that. Everyone. We don't like governor. We try to get him out. We know what the Democrats are doing. They're trying to flood the zone. University. Man, this is a huge campus. Good. We're having I think I just drove through a doctor's, like a hospital graduation. There's a bunch of doctors everywhere. Well, I'm like in the safest place in the world. Oh, let's go this way. Look at this construction. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-story building. Construction, man. Always seems to amaze me, boys. How long? Oh, how long is the... Yeah, I don't know. The riots, how long are the rioters going to keep rioting until they either, most of them get arrested, or usually they just run out of steam, you know, because that's like, imagine being a rioter. Hey, we're, you know, Bobo, we're going to go out, we're pissed off, we're going to go out and throw things and protest. Like, okay, the first day is pretty cool, you know, you go out there, you scream bloody murder, and second day, you know, you're tired, you know, you're on your feet all day the first day, your voice is wrecked, you know, and then you gotta, tired, right? It's third day, it's, you know, you might get arrested on Thursday, now you're tired and you're fucked, you know. It just depends, and you know, if you want to protest and throw a couple things, you know, sure, you know. Yeah, I don't mind. You can throw something at police officers. That's their job, you know. Cops are, you know, that's literally part of their definition. Like, if you ever come in the force, or, you know, I'm going to tell you, hey man, people don't like you and they're going to throw things at you. Are you okay with that? And you're going to say, yeah, sure. How's the money? I'm like, it's pretty good. You're going to work a lot of overtime. So you cool with that? Yeah, sure. I'm like, cool, done. You know, so when you know, don't get your panties a bunch that people like to fight police officers. You know, police officers like to fight people. It's a win-win. Everyone wins when this happens, you know. and like, no one cares. No real human being on the face of this earth really cares about what's happening in Los Angeles. And if you look at those people that are waving Mexican, Palestinian flags everywhere, once again, no one feels sorry for them. No one cares. You know, you reap what you sow. And if it was real, guys, like, remember that we live in America. If anything gets out of hand, or you think it's real, we can buy boomsticks and use them. Instead of buying boomsticks and using them and you know, raising hell and going down in flames, they throw, you know, rocks. I remember I threw rocks when I was younger. It was fun. You always throw rocks in a pond. You throw rock, dude. My dad hit my brother with the rock. Like, when we throw rocks at, like, kids throw rocks at each other. It's completely insane, but we do. Do we not, boys? Dirt clods, dirt, you know, we pick up dirt and throw it at each other. All the time. All the freaking time. Dude, I'll throw a beer bottle. I threw a skateboard at someone once, and it hit him right in the head. I really threw a skateboard at, so I hit the kid right in the head. So, you know, it is what it is. and the best part about this is I always think about training, boys. You should be training all the time. Mentally, physically, emotionally. And if the Marine Corps, National Guard, and the police officers are all kind of working together, hand in hand, that means they're training, baby. You know, they got things moving. They're trying to work out the radios. They're trying to work out maneuvers, what works best. And you always got to think, when militaries or law enforcement can work out the kinks in their mechanics, that makes them better, bigger, and stronger. So with every incident, you got to take it with a grain of salt. But you know the boys in blue and the boys in green and tan are all training, getting you got to think of it as an ever-growing brain. You know, that's what America is, and that's how our military works. You know, what I did back in the day, Howard, you know, being in the Army for so long, or the guys back in Nam, or, you know, whoever, what they did, I had to relearn and retrain, you know, because they went through it first and they knew how to fight in jungles. Someone like me doesn't know how to fight in jungles until I was trained in how to. But I only could be trained in how to fight in jungles as if someone who fought in a jungle teaches me. So you can kind of see that, you know, no matter how bad it gets, there's always training to be had. So, and you're dealing with a bunch of pretty much mentally ill people, you know. It's really sad, but it is what it is. Rail me in your army boots, please. Hey, there we go. I said that out loud. They're not army boots, me lady. They're Marine Corps boots. The Army, we don't do Army around here, ma'am. The Marine Corps is a very different program. Just kidding. Is the process of becoming a helicopter pilot difficult in U.S. Armed Forces? I've always wanted to fly a helicopter. Not that I'm aware of. It's probably easier to get your license in the civilian world than it is to deal with the military stuff. Because I think in the military, to be a pilot, you have to be an officer, and that means you had to have gone to college for 4 years and then, you know, go to it's easier just to be a regular pilot, you know. Show me your boomstick. Pew pew pew. For those people who love your country so much, wave foreign flags here, but you tell them they are going back to their proud country, they torch and vandalize city. It's madness. Oh, it's madness, dude. That's why no one supports it. You know that, second glance. You know, if more people supported it, there would be thousands of people. People would carry guns, their boomsticks. You know, it would be massive. But no one supports it, man, because it's a stupid way of thinking, you know. You know, and if someone has a stupid way of thinking, in my point of view, you let them go out there and yell bloody murder, yell the boy who cried wolf. Just let them, you know, and eventually more people will see how stupid it is, and then they won't partake. If, and this is big if you crush it as the government or law enforcement, people will understand the concept is stupid, but they won't like you crushing it, you know, and you'll get people to protest more. So you almost have to let it run its course, you know, manage it. It's crazy. You're right. It's madness. Madness can't be controlled, but you can manage it, right? You know, madness wants to come down here. You go, no, you can go that way. And madness is so crazy that madness will say, okay, and turn around and do something, you know. And then you stop them there and say, no, go that way. So that's what, when you see rioters and protest, you think of crazy and madness. And if you're crazy and you know, and you're in law enforcement or military, you just manage the craziness, you know. Let them wear themselves out. On day 4, they'll all go home. You know, they run out of money. And people got to see how they fail. You know, it's not, you never want, you know, if they start something and they never finish, then something got in the way. And you can be like, hey, man, like the government stopped the protest. Like, why'd they do that? That's not right. And you'll get more enemies. If you let them run its course, the people will understand how stupid it is. And they'll be like, oh, we don't agree with that. Like, a bunch of foreign flags being waved in downtown LA. It's like, oh, okay, well, good luck, you know. Love you, bro. Looks like you're growing the hair out. No more high and tight. Yeah, man. I am, brother. Yeah, I'm trying, man. Yeah, I kept it pretty low, pretty high and tight for a while, for most of my life. But I want to see my beautiful locks grow out. My curly cues. Love you too, brother. Show me your boomstick. Oh. Yeah, so in America, I it's not like I look down on these protesters. I look down on them as in, like, oh, that's cute. Like, oh, they're just kids or grown adult kids. It's like, oh, like they're going for it. Go, guys, go, little Billy. But it's not going to change anything. No one cares. Like, nobody. We voted. Like, we here in California, I think for the first time ever, or first time since Nixon, in my life, and I think maybe not this next election, soon, maybe in 2028, it'll be closer to red than it is blue. Because there's something funky with California, man. I mean, a lot of people that I know, that I grew up with, my brother's friends, my dad, a lot of people I know are patriots. It's the illegals. And they're all going, man. There's not so. On the weekends, driving to the beach used to be a nightmare, right? Because it's weekends everywhere in California. People like the beach. You get, for sure, you get people that aren't supposed to be here on the beach. I've witnessed it most of my life, right? And it's not like no one cares. But once it's gone, like when I drive to the beach this weekend, there's no traffic. There's no big tents, because people would put these big old tents and sit out there. Big families. I know they're coming up from Mexico and hanging out, which is fine. You can come visit. Like, I don't care. But when there's a big threat of federal enforcement, of law enforcement, you don't see it. It's weird. It's weird. I believe it's already affecting California in a major positive way. The traffic, there's not that much traffic anymore. When you go out in public, it just seems like less people. Whether people are staying at home for financial reasons, because it's kind of, we got out of a crazy time. Everyone had to kind of tighten their belt with the Wuhan shutdowns and all that good stuff. And then we have people are scared. They don't want to come out, because if they get deported, they'll never come back in. People aren't driving up into Mexico or are driving into our country to go hang out for a weekend or whatever, because they can still get deported. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I wonder if hospitals have less people in them, because you can get free health care. All you have to go do is go in the damn emergency room. So, if you're an immigrant and something wrong with you, you walked into the hospital will take care of you. I wonder if there's less people. Oh, that's interesting. Long hair, like a Viking. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Viking status. All right, boys. I'm out of here. I'm at the VA hospital. I got to go check in. And they got to go poke my brain. They got to go poke my brain and make sure I'm a healthy veteran. They like talking to me about the war. So, Matt, what'd you do in the war? They always say that. I'm like, just read the paper. Read your file. I can't keep repeating it. Anyways, Bo's, Ethan, David, Rob, time on my side, brother. Peace, beast, later, man. Bobo, second glance, you guys are awesome, man. Stay safe. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy Friday. Have a cerveza for me. And Saturday, man, I'll be all over the TV watching the OGL's, our great leaders' birthday parade, and our military's birthday parade. You guys take care and peace out, everyone. Stay safe and Semper Fi. Peace.